Hi, everyone. Welcome in. I hope you all are doing great. I am doing okay. I am running slightly behind. If you could just give me about 3 minutes. I just walked through the door. I decided to go get some groceries. I shouldn't have, but I did. So I'll be right there. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I need to take off my clothes. It's hot up in here. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. I am doing okay. I am burning up. I do have a fan in the background. Please. Just give me a little bit of grace. That's all I ask. Grace, a little bit of grace and a little bit of mercy um, for what we're going to do today. We're going to create. If you can hear me, hopefully everything is good. Good morning, Samara. Good morning, Heather. How y'all doing today? Hopefully well. Everyone else that's hanging out. Good morning to you. I hope your week is going great. Today is Tuesday. Can you believe we're already almost at the halfway mark for March 2023? I cannot. I am so like, slow down, time. Where you going? Why are you going so fast? What's really going on? Um, but we're here, right? We are here. I just need to move this over because I can't see what I'm doing on that side. So what are we gonna do today? We're gonna cut some paper. I do have I thought I had my stamp set that I wanted to play with right here. I didn't show y'all last week because I got distracted and ran out of mental time. And now I can't find it, even though I knew I set it at the desk. But then I opened up some bills and shredded some stuff. I hope I didn't like put it in a different spot because I cannot locate it. So let's go ahead and we'll create for now with this one. I picked this up from the not the Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby. It was on sale for $1.74. Now, I want to say that I thought they dropped this price down to 5.99 last year, and yeah, let's see, $5.99, $6.99. They don't know what they're charging or what's going on. It's the same exact thing. Um, and let's see the copyright. Yeah, both are 2020. So that is that. I do also have some other stuff that I want to try out. It won't be with y'all today, just because I am slightly discombobulated. And to be honest, I don't like the feeling that I have right now. So I'm just going to chit chat with y'all a little bit, slow down. Hopefully, my head can grasp what's going on. We are in the middle of a cold front. It's more like a cool front, which I am all for. It's very cool, meaning that it's not hot, right? So anyway, let's go ahead. I did not get a chance to record a video, but I want to talk to y'all about this really, really pretty card that I received from Heather. And I never showcased it because I was going to do a video of the cards that I received, but my head is always somewhere where it's not supposed to be. Not up my behind, though. This really pretty card right here says Winter Blessings. Now, I'm not sure if you follow 907 Crafty Life or not. If you don't, I'm not sure why not. But I love this card. And normally what I'm about to do, I don't normally do, so I'm not going to do it too much. But if you rub over, I fondle cards, just so you know, but if you rub over this, you can feel the texture in the card and all the detail. Heather is like the blend queen, right? She's the blend queen, and you can see all these colors. And then she has Winter Blessings, and she has embossed. And this looks like she layered it up, which is so pretty. It's such a beautiful card, and just says warmest greetings. And she wrote a little note in there. I'm not going to share it with you what she wrote. And she also slid me some funds. So that's cute. We love a good slippage, right? Um, this is such a beautiful card. Thank you so very much, Heather. I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate anything that you all do for me. I definitely do appreciate your kindness that you extend to me, all your grace and your mercy, and the fact that you consider to come over and hang out with me. I love that. Love that. Um, yeah, I love it. She's moving soon, y'all. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. She's not moving next door to me because there's no vacant houses. So any other move is just meh. Um, but let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to do some hop stuff, Last week I didn't show y'all. Also, I had on a sweatshirt this morning, and so my you're gonna see some fuzzies because my shirt picked up the lint outside of the sweatshirt. But I subscribe to Stamps of Life. I used to subscribe to their Die Club too. I think it's called Die Hard Club or something like that. And I stopped subscribing to them because I got a die cutting machine called the Scan and Cut. You're very welcome. I was like, should I just send her the things that she asked for? I didn't know. I didn't want I I struggle with that, right? And I was like, anyway, I was like, she already gonna be like this chick is lame because she didn't mail it on time. But nonetheless, this is called Frog to Stamp. Listen, I was going to cancel them last month and I didn't. And I'm so glad I didn't because look, she got us these two little frogs. Now we could probably draw these frogs, to be quite honest. I mean, a frog I think is fairly simple to draw. You just need like some circles and some lines. That's how all artwork starts. But I love these. These so cute. Now we don't have the frogs leaping, which kind of sucks. So you have to buy another one. I think when they do their sets, it's like three sets. So you got, let's see, one, two. So it's two different sets, and then it's two die sets, and then you got all of these things. Do we really need all that? We sure don't. We got these. So we're gonna do that today. Now this is photopolymer, I believe. The last time I read about it, let me just sniff it. The sniff test will tell us. And then I have another stamp set I want to use. I was gonna pull out all my frogs, but let me tell y'all, your friend. First, let me sniff. Hmm. It's photopolymer. Yeah. Your friend was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the Dollar Tree because they open at 8 o'clock. And after the Dollar Tree, we're gonna go to another store, and after that store, we're gonna go to another store. So I do apologize for being late. That is not in my nature to be that late. Um, but I did do some errand. And look what I got. This is not today. This is not a real haul, but this is what I got the last time I went to the Dollar Tree. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk because last week I talked about something, and I can't remember what I discussed fully. So just so you know, we're fully transparent here. I bought two of these because I need these, right? And I had went online to what's the name of that store? Amazon to find these, and I was like, this is 10. I thought it was going to be 8. So we're going to be making some books with this. And then these, if you see these at your Dollar Tree and you like wood veneers, buy them because you get 45 pieces for a $1.25. I am anti $1.25 all the way, but this is a good deal. Very, very good deal because these normally cost $3, $4 at the big box stores. So I went there today to get some more because if you see, I only have one butterfly, and we're going to be doing a wing series because these are for fall. Of course, the acorns, the leaves, and these little things. So this is going to be for fall, but I need these for spring, and I only had one. So I'm going to go out today, not just to the Dollar Trees because that's what I used to do. I don't do that crap anymore. And look for these. Also, yeah, it's at the Dollar Tree in the it says indoor garden, so in the gardening section, which is great. And also, I want to show y'all something. I think this is really cool. My son, I tried to, you know how you try to expose your kids to culture, and culture is checkers. If you don't know how to play checkers and you are born in America, is something wrong with you, right? Checkers and tic tac toe is a thing, right? And my son is finally catching on, but someone else had to train him because um, he didn't learn from me. I tried to teach him and he wouldn't learn from me. I don't have a Tree or $1.25. Well, I can go and look for some if you want me to look for some for you. No problem. But if you want to play tic tac toe, right, you have enough of these pieces. So you could be butterflies, so wings and flowers. So wings against flowers, right? This is just a random thing you could do. This makes me think of Cracker Barrel, right? Because you're in Cracker Barrel and they had those little wood pieces. Although the last time we went to Cracker Barrel, they didn't have them. So I don't know if they still have them. But, you know, flowers. So you go down, you put your things inside and you block them or whatever, right? Y'all get the picture, right? So when, but you could do this with your kiddos or whatever if you wanted to do that. So this is a good thing. We're gonna make a little, not today. We're gonna do a little shadow box with that though. I have some little pieces I can show y'all real quick that I had got from the flea market a couple of years ago, I think. Now, um, these little pieces, all these little random pieces I got to do some miniature crafting, and that's what we're going to focus on coming forward. I also got a project that I will be removing limbs and things like that for. It will not be a live stream because I'm going to have to sew some stuff. So that's something that we got to keep in mind. And I have some projects that I need to work on. I've been video gaming. You know, I have another channel on Twitch that I stream Monday, Thursday, and Friday. And so I do dedicate a little bit more time to live streaming there, but you all get my pre-recorded video. So anyway, and I got this as a pencil sharpener, and it was $1.25. And I was like, how good is it going to be? I don't know. As you can see, it's still in this container. Um, and I can't open it right now. No worries. No need to be stressed about that. And then I have one more stamp set that we're going to be playing around with, and then we're going to get into some stamping. I do want to tell y'all that we will be having a series of series is coming forth. I have to get on them because I have decided that I don't want to label myself as a flaker, and in order not to label yourself as a flaker, you know, you got to prove to yourself that you can do some stuff, right? I think that's my issue. Like I have so many thoughts going on in my head at the present moment about so much stuff that I can't stop and actually quote unquote smell the roses. so I'm not able to focus clearly. And this is Spellbinders, and they had this is Hobby Lobby, and you see more Froggy. So that's what we're gonna do today. I was gonna try to pull out. I had got from Wonder and Dreamer 555, and then I bought the whole D stash from someone else. A the stamp, the Lily Pass thing from what's the expensive, the one of the most expensive craft companies. You know, the one with the pink flowers. They have such deep detailed things, and I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, those people. Um, I can't even think of the name of them, but y'all, if y'all, you'll understand. You'll know the name once. The pink is pink and white, and it's very detailed, and the stamps cost a lot of money. They have dyes, and you can words. What are they? You can mold the Heartfelt Creations. Yep, that's the one. I had got some from her. So anyway, let's go ahead. We are here. We are caught up. We are focused. We are going to be doing some die cutting, stamping. Now, I don't have any inspiration with this right here because we're not going to be embossing, but this is really cute. And then we have this right here. We have these two little cards. Again, this is cute. This is really pretty. We don't need that. We could do this ourselves, I believe. I think I can find an image that's a lily pad lotus flower and do it. But let's get started. And I want to say this is photopolymer as well. Photopolymer has like this strong, sweet sense to it. If you're wondering what the heck, why is she smelling her stuff? Because all the glue over the time has caused me to sniff paper, right? So we're going to tear this in half. This is a Crafter's Companion paper. So hopefully it tears. I still haven't got my, never mind. I haven't been watching Crafter's Companion lately, not because I feel like they're doing me dirty, but they probably put my one folder on the slow transport, and however the slow transport is, that's how it is. I haven't gotten it yet. And I think we want to use this guy first just because. So I have a question for you all. How do you, I'm going to try to get both of these. How do you store your stamps, your clear stamps? I have a binder that I want to try. Oh, Lord Jesus. This is why I don't like photopolymer. As you all know, I was anti photopolymer. Insert VersaFine. It walks in, that old disco music, and it works great. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of photopolymer stamps. And I went to Hobby Lobby. Now, this I did do like a fool, psychotic fool. I went to Hobby Lobby. I went to a few of them because they had these on sale for $2. $2, right? I didn't find any black. Can you believe that? No black. None at all. Was I upset? No, because I was buying paper and all other stuff. I got a house mouse stamp. So I mean, I'm okay with it, of course, but it would have been nice to actually find the stuff I was actually looking for. Yeah, because it was on clearance for $2. So it is what it is, right? So I'm just gonna go online or go to Joanne Fabric. I think they have a 50% off coupon right now and get some. Not a big deal. But when you get some for $2, you go for the $2 deal because it's $2 and you get multiple of the $2 things versus. All right, so we're going to ink up the foot again. This is a really cute image. Like I said, we probably could draw that because it's not elaborate, a lot of stuff going on, but they are cute. I had watched someone else and it was like, the art style. They ended up folding, like breaking down and buying something because they don't really care for the art style, but whatever it was super cute. And I was like, I know what you mean, girl. I know what you mean. All right, there we go. So we're gonna put this to the side, and now we're gonna pull out our handy dandy block, and we're gonna pull out this little hopper right here. I think it will fit. Now these look like geckos to me and versus frogs, just because their little toes are wider. Not that I know a difference, like what makes a frog and a gecko a gecko. I have no clue. But I like froggies, so and I'm not anti-frog or anything like that. Now, back in the day, I would stick this all over my clothes, do a bunch of dumb stuff, but now we don't have to do that at all. At all. I just feel like these dry out quick. I'm not sure if that's just a me thing. I have a friend, Chuck System, she pops in here, and I always be like, that sounds like a you problem. So I'm having a you problem right now. And we're going to use this. Now, I think I told y'all last week I made 3 or 4 videos, and I cannot find the videos. I don't know where they are. It's very disheartening because I can't go back and redo the videos. All right, at all. This little guy's cute. Just want to see something. You probably could draw this one too. These look like some ovals and lines as well. I'm not gonna do it, but I mean, you all are more than welcome to draw whatever you like. I feel like this is a filler. I think I just need to find the VersaFine Clear one to use, like how they use for embossing, and then go over it like I'm doing right now. So what are y'all up to this week? You got any major plans this weekend? It's spring break here where I live, so my son may come in and be like, "Mom." He's been doing that. He did that yesterday. I'm like, "Go away!" Like you know how you give your kids that eye, not the eye like I'm gonna whoop you behind eye, but like, get out of here. I'm talking. That's the eye I gave him, and he looked at me like, "What? I'm hungry." Like we have sign language. Girl, stick figures. I told y'all I can't draw a straight line. We're gonna use some color pencils. I have some other color pencils I'm gonna be working with. Not today, but I want to use them. They've been sitting there like collecting dust. Not dirt, dust. See, this would come in handy right now if I could sharpen this. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Chris. She comes in. There you go, right there, Chris. Hey. And I was telling her that I was running late. Lady, she was like, "Oh, you didn't get your life together yet?" I was like, "No." Yo, this little bitty thing take 3 AAA batteries. 3? Are you serious? That's too many dang batteries. Bruh. Never mind. All right. Like I said, Heather is the queen of shading. I've watched her color. I'm just like, let me find out. I need to watch this lady color more. Had me going through my white paint when you did the Nightmare Before Christmas video. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna try that." I never did. That's the funny thing about inspiration. A lot of times when I get inspired, I don't get inspired to do the exact same thing. I get inspired to do other stuff. Like, so you pull out the paint. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this paint to do a stencil." And now I have a stencil. I'm like, I need t-shirts to make a t-shirt with. So I'm gonna have to pull out my fabric paint if I have some. If not, I'll just run. Hopefully I can run to the store and get some inexpensive to test. Who wants to buy expensive paint and then mess it up? So I'm not a shader. in coloring, but I'm gonna try and do a little bit of something with these pencils. These are not going down that well as well. The pigmentation, puffy fabric. I need stenciling paint. I need to look it up first. First, I need to look it up. But if not, I may have to call you and ask you. I had watched a video of this guy doing screen prints because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make some T-shirts for my son for school. I was like, I don't think I want to do this. The process was stressful to watch for me because I was just thinking about all the stuff that I would need to get. So, do y'all ever use? I am good at throwing a shade, just not shading. You're absolutely right. I was thinking that, but I was like, I'll leave that for Samara to remind everybody about my shadiness. Yeah, I was waiting on it. Everybody besides Chris, do y'all travel for if you had kids in school? Would you go somewhere during spring break? Would you stay home? Did you have plans? She and I are kind of on the same page, but not really. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm okay with that. I mean, they have a website dedicated to the Florida man. What? I'm not the first person, okay? I'm not the first. I won't be the last. Y'all know this. But I also talk crap about other places, Texas being one. I don't discriminate against what is what. This is small. When my daughter was young, we always traveled for spring break. Where did y'all go? If you like, what did you do? I was excluding you because it's about spring break, and we already had the conversation, Chris. Freaking nutcase. Because Chris and I are like, yeah, she wants to travel and do some things, but I'm like, it's spring break. Do we really want to like do all this elaborate stuff? And I said, because right now for us, a lot of the kids are all on spring break. A lot of the kids in the area are all on spring break. Last year it wasn't like that. Like the schools. So when I drive to get to my son's school, so his school is right here, and this is a street, right? It's an elementary school right here, and then it's a high school or middle school here, and then his school is like behind some building. Let's see, not building some trees when my daughter was just because we have to see how many years ago was this? Tampa, Georgia, Orlando. Okay. And did you stay the whole week? Did you visit family? Did you schedule like, oh, we're gonna go to the amusement park? The reason why is because I didn't travel a lot. Like I would go visit my cousins that were local because my mom was working, and then we would play. Like my mom never said, "Okay, guys." First of all, Universal Studio wasn't around when I was younger. It wasn't like brand new. It was, it developed while I was growing or whatever. I used to always want to go to Splashtown, USA because that was right. It's in San Antonio, and I used to always want to go to Splashtown, but I'm not a big water park person. And then when I moved to San Antonio, I was like, that's it. It's gone now. I think they tore it down. Like I've only probably been to Six Flags, all of the Six Flags collectively, maybe 5 times total in my entire life. And I'm okay with that. Again, I'm not a big roller coaster person because I get sick. I like to enjoy watching, like we can play other little goofy games, things like this. So I'm not a huge, huge, huge. I need to ride all the rides kind of person. Whereas the big roommate, he is a ride all around the ride. It does take forever to get out of Texas. I just don't think that for me spring with the way my life is currently set up, with me doing other streaming ventures and things like that, I would have to have a well planned itinerary for us to do certain things. But I do have a few things that I'm going to do with him. And plus, I just want him to, you know, how you always want your kids to remember certain things. Um, my son has no sense of time. So if I say let's go, it's 20 minutes later. Or if I say we got to go this spot, he's and it's an hour away. He's like, how long it's gonna be? Like when I took him to see Thomas last year, which I'll never go to that place again because they're racist. They're very racist there, and it bothered me so much that I don't even want to go to Grapevine, Texas. And I told my friends about this who are not the same nationality, ethnicity that I am, and it was like, yeah, that's how they are there. And I'm like, oh, that's horrible because you have these people that's discriminating, but you didn't discriminate when I gave you my money for these tickets. So that was my big dilemma with that. And it was a long trip, it was a long drive, and so he knows if I say it's going to be a long drive, he's like, I don't want to do it, or he'll like, okay, like he buckles, he gets ready, like he gets his blanket, we get snacks and all this other crap. um I really just kind of want to go somewhere that's like an hour away or so. What what do they remember? Yeah, my son will remember something random. All right, so we're going to color this guy, and I think we're going to use the marker for this because that took forever to get down, didn't it? Of all the fun things we have done. Yeah, it's not, and we had this conversation. So Chris and I don't see eye to eye about local events, right? And so I had asked her, and I think when I asked her that, she was like, "Why do you feel this way or whatever?" And so we have a different upbringing, different backgrounds. Like, how much is enough? Because they don't care. You know, we had went trick or treating, and you just want them to have the experience. You really don't. It doesn't matter about all the stuff that they can get, all the candy that can be collected, blah blah blah. I think that crap happens once you become a teenager. Because I take half the candy from my son anyway, and give it away because he doesn't need all that candy. I think he has like a junk food allergy because he always has to use the restroom right after that. Like not instantly, but he has to go use it. I don't want to share too much because he'll come back in 20 years and be like, Mom, you told those people I had to go poop after I eat candy. And that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the sugar in the candy triggers something. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, like we're supposed to be painting, right? Some rocks, but you gotta do that outside, not at 9 o'clock when it's bedtime. Cause he'll say, Mom, you said that you were gonna do this. I'm like, it's bedtime. You did everything that you wanted to do today, and now you want to um come back and accuse me of not doing whatever it is. So I have some errands to run today, and then we'll probably do that. Cause my son hasn't found his thing yet. Oh yeah, his dad likes candy though, so his dad can have it. My son likes lollipops, so well he'll eat any candy you give him, right? You can. He don't like pickles, but you probably give him a pickle flavor lollipop and he eat it. Cause in his head he's like, I'm sticking it to mom. It's candy. And you know what's so funny? Chris is guilty of this. He'll go and butter up the host of any of the parties that we attend so they can give him extra candy, extra this or extra that. And I always catch them. I always freaking catch the host, like the parents, the birthday kid's parents sneaking and giving him an extra piece of candy, I mean an extra cupcake or a bigger slice of cake. And it's like they are, listen, Samara, listen to me. It's like they slapping me in the face, Heather. Like they're like we've had conversations, he can't have a lot of sweets because it causes his stomach to be irritated, right? We'll just say irritated. And you know what they'll do, Heather? You know what they'll do? They shaking their head, telling me, "Uh-huh, I understand because so and so has a they can't blah 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 blah." And the cake is this big and he gets a bigger piece. And I'm like, I just and like, "Come on, get you a cupcake before your mom." And as soon as that happens, I'm looking up at him and I'm like, "What's going on?" It's like nothing. And then my son's like, "Mommy, am I in trouble?" "Well, what'd you do?" "Nothing." "Well, then you're not in trouble." "Okay, I love you. Bye." And they're laughing. Like the parent is laughing. I'm like, you do realize, but I'm not that person to give kids a lot of junk food because, little kids can be annoying with the sweet thing. And if we're going to be hanging out, I can't have you being annoying. I need you to chill out sometimes. So I'm looking for a light green that's dark. He'll tell because he know he'll get a butt whipping. That's why. That's what y'all do. So Samara, you telling me that's whenever we finally meet, that's what I have to look forward to? Wow. 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 And then I have where I have some of the things that I sell, right? They'll they'll be like, "You want a lollipop?" Of course, if it's okay with mom. Like, who the heck are you people? I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead." Because the minute I say no, well, your mom said you can't have it. Your mom said, "Yeah," I said, I'm still laughing about this weekend, girl. Yeah. The kids had cupcakes, right? At the birthday party we went to. The kids had cupcakes. The adults had cake. And I'm telling my son, no cupcakes, no cake, right? Because we had planned on doing something afterwards, so I didn't want him to be full and waste my money at the place afterwards, right? Nope. He got some cake. "Oh, we're gonna have to fussy cut this." Gosh darn it. And then Chris's daughter photobombed the birthday kids' pictures. They had a little throne. See, this is the problem right here. This is the problem. This is why our kids be doing crazy stuff. They gave them a throne to sit on. When you were a kid back in the day, you at the picnic table on the edge, just like everybody else. You wasn't on no freaking throne. And we wonder why kids act like they do. Because we are doing it to them. Our the generation before us, anybody 60 and younger to maybe 35. 60 to 35 screwed up these kids right now. Yeah. So Chris is like, "Come here." And she tells her daughter, "What did you do?" "I just wanted to be," what she say? "I wanted to be with him. I want to tell him happy birthday." Something like that. I was like, ooh. I don't know how you break kids out from doing it. I've seen videos when it's like little kids see another kid come over, they go and they step on their cake and they put their hand in it. And it's like the little girl got revenge. I'm like, y'all crazy. Kids are savage though. I want to try and change this color because this looks the exact same. We don't want that. Oh, you talking about that one? Yeah. You know why she said that though. Y'all, all we did was talk and color 3.5 frogs. Hope y'all okay with that. We're gonna make some. I promise. We're gonna cut some paper. I'm sitting here thinking how we're gonna do this pond. I got an idea. It's gonna be a vision of amazingness. I think. Hopefully. Do we have another? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna make it work. I promise. Yeah. He tattles. Mom, Miss Chris getting you a Coke. I do appreciate that. I thank you for looking out for me like you do, and drive me absolutely bananas at the same time. I mean, you can't have all the good stuff, right? You got to get the crazy with it, which I am okay with. This dude looks like he. Have y'all ever been on vacation to like an island and you look at the window and you see a frog peering through the window? That's what this guy is. Oh no, don't give me a Sprite. He likes Sprite. So he could have put his little nasty boy lips all on my drink. When I lived in Italy, we had went to Costa Asmeralda in Sardinia, and there was a little gecko. I was like, ah! And the person I was with at the time was like, Mamma mia, que piccato. I was like, what? It's a frog. He was like, no, it's not the frog. It's no, not a rana. It's a gecko. And all I could think about was the Geico commercial. Yeah, he likes Sprite. So he was trying to play you. That's too dark. Oh, this might work. We done pulled out every green that tint that we have, and it's still not the color I want. I guess I could have just made him red or something, right? Or a blue one. I want to go sit on the dock of the bay and watch the tides roll in. You know what I'm saying? I want to go fishing. I would love to go fishing, but I don't want to touch the worm. Like I had a one of my supervisors when I lived in Connecticut. Like, hey y'all, I'm going fishing. I'm like, okay, I'll see you there. And I'd show up and I'd catch all the fish. He was like, listen, I'm not gonna be taking the worms off your hook. You gotta do it yourself. And I don't know if this is a crazy phenomenon that happens, but over time, certain things and sounds just kind of make me feel a little bit grossed out. And putting a worm on the hook is just one of those things, right? Because when my mom was alive, we would go fishing a lot. I think that's why we haven't went fishing yet. We don't. I don't have a good fishing partner, and it's not really good fishing. San Antonio is a weird place to live, in my opinion. Um, it's a lot of stuff to do here, but then it's absolutely nothing to do here. You hear me? Nothing. All right, where's that little sign we had? That be right back sign. We're gonna use this sign. Yes, we are. We're gonna use this sign. Okay. I think I just stamped those for no reason. We'll see. So listen, Chris and I are all I want to do is throw the rod and catch the fish. Exactly. Exactly. It's not one of those things that you want to do all the extra stuff. I agree. I can totally relate to that. So, Chris and I are in the same area and our kids go to the same school, so we tend to hang out from time to time. Not a lot because I'm not one of those people that's like, "Oh, let's hang out." I'm very much I'll talk to you on the phone, but I don't want to hang out like that. Not because I don't like her, but I'm just not a people person, and the people in San Antonio are very much on my list of I don't want to deal with kind of people. But we hung out, what was it, Chris? Last Sunday? Not the Sunday just passed, the Sunday before last. We had went thrifting. Not to a bunch of stores, just one store. And so we was there and we was looking at stuff and we were in the you know how all stores are separated into columns and categories. Well, we were in like the health area where they have like papers and stuff, all kinds of random stuff. And I had told her, I don't think I told y'all this story. I was in the thrift store because I usually get my son's books from there, unless I'm feeling very like, oh, my kid is the best kid in the whole wide world. Let's go to Barnes and Nobles and buy him a $20 book that he'll read for 5 seconds, right? Because he's not in a like series chapter books yet. He's more like, I need to find the quickest book I can read, the smallest book with the least amount of words, so this lady can get off my back. And by this lady, I mean me. And I'm like, next year, I said, eventually you're going to get to reading books with no pictures in it. He's like, no. I'm like, yeah, just you wait and see. These scissors need to be degunkified. But anyway, so she and I were by ourselves. It was just us. I just want to drink and sit in the sand and watch you fish. Girl, that ain't no fishing. That ain't fit. You can't come because you're gonna have to carry the tackle box or something. I also want to go crabbing. I miss crabbing. Whenever I think of crabbing, it just takes me to a whole different age. My stepdad, the man that raised me, oh, it's just fun. He fell in the water before the crabs got him. He was all nipped up. That's back in the day when a lot of stuff was totally different. Things were more okay, even if they weren't okay, if y'all catch my drift about life and stuff like that. But anyway, so we go into the thing and we're looking at stuff, and Chris has a weird sense of humor, like I do, like y'all tend to do as well. And she's like, "Hey, you can get this for whatever." I said, "You know what? I don't think I ever told you this." And she was like, "What?" I said, "One day I was in here at the same store that we was in, the thrift store." And I said, "It was this old lady. She wasn't that old. She was probably 60 something. That's not really old, but you know, she was older than me, a more mature woman than I am. And she was eating the vitamins, y'all. The vitamins. You hear me? So, if you've ever had a vitamin, you know how they smell, right? So, this is her. She has the container and she's eating it. And she had like four different containers. And I smelled the vitamin smell open. I looked behind me, and I'm one of those people that I don't really say much to people when they're doing weird stuff because be weird. I don't want you to attack me because she could have had some other stuff going on. And she was like, she asked me a question like, when is this up? I know it was like in 6 months or something. She's like, oh yeah. And I'm looking at her, and I guess my face does not really hide my emotion very well. I'm not good at that yet. I need to figure it out, and I've been doing that for a long time. She's eating the things. She's eating the vitamins. She's like, I gotta test them to see if they're good. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't eat food in a thrift store out of open container. Like, I can buy a bag of chips or a bottle of water because they had those at the front register. Those, ma'am. I was like, did I just witness this lady eating? I did just witness this lady eating use vitamins. Okay. So, okay, I did I no, I was thinking about I guess I was talking about I don't know how I got to the lady with the vitamins. So anyway, so Chris and I is we're still at the same spot after I tell her about the vitamins. We walk to the other spot. They have like the kitchenware, decor, not bowls, but like things you can put stuff in, centerpieces and stuff like that, right? It's disgusting, Heather. And so she and I are talking. Now I always wear my mask, even though, I don't think Chris would give me cooties, but I keep my mask on, right? And I'm not saying that you have to wear your mask. It's 2023. We think that we would have this under control by now, but no, people close to me I know have been diagnosed with COVID. So anyway, it reaffirms why I wear my mask, even though I know people say masks don't do anything, but it just is mental for me, I guess. And I'll keep them on. Anyway, so we're in the aisle. I think we're the one row over from the toy aisle. And I was trying to tell Chris, which I later told her, that I wanted to look at some Big Ben toys and go through them because they usually have good toys in there. But I was telling her about another couple that had came in and they had got all the toys. But anyway, all of a sudden, it's a smell. So I'm standing. So this is the aisle, right? This is the aisle. Y'all got to be visual. This is me. This is Chris. An old lady, I think, was like right here, and then this old man. So we're looking at this junk over here. This old lady has a cart full of bull crap, and then this old man is kind of just standing in the middle. And I'm like, Chris, did you fart? Oh my God, what is that? Like, what is that smell? Did you fart, Chris? Oh my God. Oh my God. And the old man just walks along. And she was like, no, Chris is kind of a little bit more discreet. I'm not sure how, but she's a little bit more discreet than I am. I'm like, oh my God. Did you fart? She's like, the first one smelled it. I said, I did not do that. I would take up for my stuff. And I would probably go to the bathroom if I'm out in public. But if I'm by myself, then shoot. I was like, "Did you fart?" Like I'm steady going on about the fart, and now we've moved from this whole aisle across the way because the smell is like lingering. It's like hovering over. It's like in our clothes at this point, seeping in. And we're looking at sweaters because I'm telling her I want a grandma sweater. Like those sweaters that you grab and just twist over your chest. Like I wish you would, or a pearl clutching sweater. That's what I really need, right? I would have gone down another aisle. Yes, I would have not farted right there. I would have farted and just walked this man just let loose. I still think that it was Chris, but she said it was the old man. So no, it probably was him. Cause he just like do 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 do. Or the old lady. Chris was like, it could have been her. I was like, I don't know who it was. Listen, y'all. I'm quite sure you've let out a stinky one, right? A stinky, stinky one in your life. Whew. That man's stomach was probably upset. I promise you. He probably needed to go check his underwear. Whoever did it should have went to the bathroom because that thing definitely came from the depths of his bowels. I'll tell you. I've smelt worse now, but that was pretty close to disgusting. Oh my god. Of the most disgusting body odors I've smelt from your butthole. If it was from his butthole, I don't know. It was disgusting. Super duper disgusting. It was horrible. Horrible smelling. Horrible. Um, this fussy cutting is for the birds, for real. I would stamp a bunch of these out and just scan and cut them and then color it because I don't like this. I don't know who this person that I've become. I think I just do this for Samara so she can be like, I told you you like fussy cutting. I really don't. I like hanging out with y'all, so maybe that's why. Because I feel like y'all sitting across from me, even though y'all at work, some of y'all watching TVs, doing us all this stuff, getting ready, putting your lipstick on, your eyeliner, whatever it is that you do when you watch me. I feel like you're crafting with me too. Maybe he was eating the benefit. Girl, he could have been eating it because the other lady didn't take that one. I just, this frog would be cute this way if I had two frogs facing each other. But I don't have a mask transfer thingamajig. I just feel like I guess you really can't say excuse me if you don't want nobody to know that you stink. I wonder if his sinuses was messed up with that smell. They probably opened all the way up because he did walk away and come back. He probably went to go check his underwear. I don't know. He should have checked his underwear. If it was that man that did it, because Chris was like it was him, and he looked like the kind of person that would probably fart in public. I don't know what those kind of people look like, but he looked like that person. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's all. It was a mess. It was a mess. You experience a lot of weird stuff out with your friends. And it's always good to experience the weird crap with somebody because people don't believe you when you say, "Listen." Like my husband does driving. He does local driving for Uber right now, right? And he says, "Please, no one get offended by this because it's not meant to be offended. It's just how you see stuff in the world." He said, "I was driving this guy somewhere, and he looks, and there was some police and a person on the roof in lingerie and high heels with a beard and a mask on his face." And he says to the guy, "Did you see what I just think I saw?" And the guy in the back seat says, if I saw what I think you saw, then yes, I saw what you think you saw." When I tell you my husband has experienced some of the craziest things, and I never believe him, but then these stories that he tell me are just too weird to make up. Like, who would say it was a person on the roof in lingerie and high heels with a beard and a mask on, with the police down at the bottom? And the bad part is, he was like, they didn't even have nothing like save him if he jumped off the roof. Like they didn't have a little, those little carry things that you catch people or whatever. And I was just like, well, I don't know. This situation just seems really suspect to me. And he said, I was trying to pull up, he said, I was trying to show you on the news about the article because he said something else had happened that he saw. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know if that's in the right place at the wrong time or at the wrong place at the wrong time because it can't be a right place for that kind of situation. Then he said he got this guy who stunk so bad in the car. I was like, oh my goodness. Just horrible. Just a horrible whole way around situation when you think about it. Who the probably I listen, I don't know. I just know when he said it was a person on the roof, he said, "Babe, listen." I said, "Oh Lord, here we go." Cuz y'all know y'all have some I'm sure that you've had a tall tale from your significant other at one point and another. And even if it's the truth, you're like, this gotta be a lie. Like, how? He said, I've seen some strange stuff driving around in San Antonio. I'm like, okay, I believe you. When my aunt was alive, he would go and visit them. And my aunt lived in the hood. And, a lot of crazy people live in the hood. Drug users live in the hood. Addicts live in the hood. And he said, so my aunt look, my aunt lived on this street, some houses, and then this is the main road, like the main road where the city bus and stuff comes out. And right here, my husband said was a lady running down the street dancing butt naked. I said, well, did you stop to try to help her? Because I'm a smart mouth. He was like, nah, she was crazy. I ain't helping no crazy person. I was like, good answer. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next part of this thing. We're gonna get some blue paper. Try to use this daggone lily pad. Okay. So we need blue and green paper, which I'm getting ready to pull out right now. Got blue and green. Hi, Chocolate City Sim. How you doing? Hopefully well. He married one. Maybe he thought he smeared his service to the crazy community. Girl, you know what? Nah. My level of crazy is not that level of crazy, all right? My level of crazy is try me if you want to kind of crazy. That crazy running around butt naked got to be some type of alcohol or drug induced situation. All right, so we're going to do the same thing over here. I was trying to pull this out, see if I can get some real inspiration, but the answer is she sure can't. But that's okay. We don't need inspiration like that. We're going to make it up as we go because that's what we do, right? I hope you're having a good morning, chocolate system. I hope everyone's having a great morning, day, night, wherever you are. I don't like that, but we're going to keep it. This looks like Elbow cough. It does look like a dab. You know what? Pink Bay told me that dabs are no longer um relevant. It definitely looks like a dab. I guess he coughed it into his arm, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna do one more. I still use Word too. I still use a lot of stuff. I like puns though, and I feel like a dab would like if you do something, and I feel like dabs are snarky little responses like I did it, dab. I don't know. These new generational people that's out here. I can't wait till my son start telling me stuff not cool and be like, boy, you not cool. Go sit down somewhere. Listen, Heather, this is all for you and Samara. This fussy cutting, all for you and Samara. All for you and Samara. Yeah. Fussy cutting. I still use GP. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Um, girl, I still use what does it got to do with the price tea in China? That's probably definitely not appropriate. I'm gonna pull this out of frame because I cannot see. I went to IKEA this weekend, right? Why is it called fussy? So it's called fussy cutting because it's so finicky and detailed. You have to make all these little cuts and things like that. Like you stamp this out, you got to do all this detail work on it. Bunch of malarkey, if you ask me. But why you just can't call it fine detail? People like giving stuff names and all that random nonsense. Some people call it fuzzy cutting, but it's called fussy. F-U-Z, F-U-Z is what they call it, but it's F-U-S like you wrote. And a lot of people like dyes, die cuts. Excuse me, not die cuts, dyes. Like let me see if I got a dye readily available. Mm-mm. The answer is no. So this is a dye right here, and so you can cut these things out. So some companies sell stamps and dyes that you can do it like that. That's why exactly. You should hear what I be saying when I ain't on camera. I always saying this is supposed to be therapeutic. I can't believe this. Y'all like doing this? Mm-mm, I don't like doing this. It's funny because when I was a little kid, I loved detail cutting. Loved it. Like when I was making my Barbie clothes and stuff. Enjoyed it so much. I did something dumb today. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. I went to the Dollar Tree. That was dumb. The second part is I know that the Dollar Tree is a dollar and a quarter, right? But I was like, is this a dollar? I mean, a dollar and a quarter. That was the dumb thing. Because at the Dollar Tree where I live, they have a 3 and 5 and $7 section as well. And so I want to make sure it was a dollar and a quarter, the item versus a $3 item. Because what I'm gonna do to it, ooh wee, mm-mm-mm. All right, this looks weird. Okay. Oh my gosh, having to cut the pattern and darts. Yeah. Yes. I used to I was very long-legged when I was younger. And so my school clothes, I've always had an issue with pant legs being too short, right? So they would always a couple of months in, my mom had to buy me some new ones. So she cut the legs off and make them into shorts, right? Because it just makes sense. Because you can still fit it in the waist just because it's too short. Now that you're after school clothes. And I used to always take the jeans part and I would turn those into like skirts for my dolls and dresses. things like that. If I can only make my sewing machine like me, where I could use it, it likes me. I just need to watch and read some more tutorials on how to make it work. I can make some clothes. Like when the pandemic first happened, I made masks. I hate the masks. My husband was like, "Can you just make it like this?" I was like, "Bruh, Alex, Etsy, here I come." Yes, exactly why. I have issues with that now. I had went to Old Navy for the parent dance with the kid for school. I was like, "Y'all have any long pants for fat people?" That's what I said. She looked at me like, I said, "Y'all have any longs for this size?" And she's like, I shouldn't have put that lady on the spot like that. She probably was like, "Is this a prank?" Sometimes what I say, I shouldn't speak. I know that. I know. I don't apologize for it, but I could have been wrong at that statement I said because I was talking about myself, no one else. Anyway, um, she was like, "This is all we have in the size that you're asking for, but you can go online." I said, "I need it today, today or tomorrow." One of those things. I think it was today though. I said, "Oh, I can't do that now because I need it for today." She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, this is all we have." I'm like, "Old Navy, you're failing me." Because Old Navy gives you a false insecurity, in my opinion. The size can be a 10, and you go to buy a size 10 and try it on, and it don't fit. It's like a big old, it's too big. So you get a size 6, and it's like perfect. Ooh, they lying. Those sizes are off, in my opinion. Way, way off. But for whoever, like, I like the sizes being off, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. All right, so now we need to cut this. And do we have a paper cutter available that's easily to reach that I can get to that I know what I did with? Of course not. Mm-mm, not at all, because the brain does not function like it should. I remember when Wendy Williams was on, she used to say that she'd buy two pair of pants because she was so tall, and cut one set of legs off and sew the other legs on to make it fit. That's interesting. So I'm cutting this into a natural size card, a A2 size card, which is 4.5 by, excuse me, 4.25 by 5.5. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this into some water. It's not gonna be a fancy water thing. It's gonna be a decent water. I need two colors. I think I need a yellow. Yeah, I need yellow. Do I need yellow? They call me Mellow Yellow. Yes, we need yellow. Let's pull out this card right here. Some thick paper right here. So it's just 5.5. Almost 4.25. Look, ma'am, sliding into 10 on Navy feels way better than squishing into 14. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying they give you false sense. Because I used to shop at Old Navy and Charlotte Russe when I was younger, and I thought I was fly, and I used to waste a lot of money on clothes. And I'd be like, "Guess I would like to try a size 6." The lady look at me like, "I'm gonna get you a 10." Not at Old Navy. That's when I was young and dumb and didn't understand sizes though. So here we go. At Old Navy, I wear an extra small. She like, "Here you are large." Okay. You gonna insult me like that, ma'am? Fine, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So I got this here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to create a little bit of a ripple thing. I was watching YouTube as I normally do in the morning time when I'm mentally preparing for some nonsense. Um, and it depends on what nonsense I'm preparing for, right? Um, it depends on what I'm watching. Like if I'm getting ready to do a craft video, I don't normally watch other craft videos, which would make a lot more sense. But no, I was watching something else, and Jimmy Kimmel came on. My son has my algorithm all messed up for the stuff that I watch because he's been sneaking on my cell phone watching daggone train videos, toy playing videos, which is annoying. But anyway, so I got to get that all fixed. But Owen Wilson was on the Jimmy Kimmel show after Jimmy Kimmel hosted the Oscars, and I never watched the Royal Tenenbaums, but they were talking about how he thought that he was going to win the Oscar and he didn't. And so he said he went back from being it's an honor to be nominated, but at first he thought he was going to be Oscar winner, right? But then he has a new movie out, and it's loosely inspired by Bob Ross. And I was like, this is really cool. This is interesting. I wonder if the Ross Foundation is going to try to come for him, though. All right, so we're going to cut up. All right. Just follow the process, y'all. Trust the process, okay? If not, we can always throw this card in the trash. No one to have to know. Just me and you. All right, so we're going to ink up the edges. We're going to use Salty Ocean. Salty Ocean and Mermaid Lagoon, I think it is, are probably my two favorite colors from Tim Holtz. And then that Pink Flamingo, because that's the one that looks salmon color, right? Like orangey pink. I like that one too. Now you're probably thinking, why did you create like an ocean? I didn't. It's just a rippling of the water. It's okay. No ocean here. Nothing to see here. Just some inked up paper. And I think we're gonna try. We're gonna try real hard, y'all. What we're about to do. I'm gonna try hard to make this work. No, it's just me and you. Why do you have to bring all those other people into the conversation, Chris? No one will know because I'm quick to delete a video that I don't like. Oh, that didn't come out right. Trash. Delete. Then I complain about my watch time. Okay. Now, what I'm doing now is called layering. Creating a, I'm creating a background, a scene, and I think it'll be fun to do. All right. So now we're gonna take this much. Yep. This is fine. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to cut the edges. Right. So wrinkling this edge up. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfectly perfect as in how nature is. Okay. It's going to be one heavy card. I should have made an easel card, but I didn't. That's okay. Okay. So we're going to glue him all the way down right here, best as possible. I'm just going to glue on the paper where I want to position this piece. Smear some of that glue, just like that. Okay. Can I lift this bruh up? Nope. Did we stamp out one of those? We did, didn't we? Dang it. It's okay. So I'm gonna rub this off right here. Let's go ahead and restamp another one of these really quickly. So we're just gonna ink up this one. Okay. So now we're just gonna color this one a little bit darker than the image that we're working with. Go ahead and fussy cut this out. Thanks, Samira. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate it. I really appreciate the fussy cutting thoughts that you're sending my way. I often wonder how long it takes people to do multiple cards of the same thing. Like some of the YouTube or in general craft influencers. I wonder how long it takes them. I'm sure it takes a while, but I'm always curious. Like Stephanie, the lady that does stamps of life, she always I don't know if she's did it in a while, but she used to do like 10-minute cards in under X amount of time. I've watched a few videos like that. I'm like, that's a lot of pressure. Normally I would let this dry. Of course I let this dry more. Because it's still a little bit damp from the ink of the marker. But we're gonna keep going. So anybody up to anything nefarious with crafting? Like you go in your craft closet and you're like, I'm going to make room for the craft box, that big old box that people buy. It's like a lot of money. I had wanted to make one. I saw a few videos. It was like I made this under $200. Then all of a sudden the videos, I mean, they're older now. They're outdated. But it would be cool to try and make that. So maybe that'll be my goal for the second half of the year. Because it only looks like it's a bunch of bookcases on some casters, right? That's what it looks like. I probably simpled it down to something, but I can't make a bookcase not be crooked. So it's that part. That'd be a good, like, 2-day project, I think. I saw this one man doing it. He's like, I made this for my wife. Here's the way he did it look complicated. All right. Now color this a little bit more right here on the feet area. I'm gonna give you my stuff to clean out my closet. What? You crazy. I've always wanted to go to a jewelry convention, right? Jewelry making convention, supplies and things like that. I don't know if I would have good restraint in one of those places. Although I went to one here locally, it's an hour away, a scrapbook thing, and it's nothing like the videos you see. It's a small venue, because apparently people don't like buying crafts to craft. They just like to buy them and sell them because it wasn't a bunch of crafters there. We don't have a local scrapbook store. I thought about actually making one. I thought about actually getting into that business. And then I just did some research, not recently, but when I first thought about it, and they were like big box craft stores versus like mom and pop craft stores, that they were having a hard time competing because they get bigger discounts. You can buy in bulk storage, and they were like scrapbook stores are dying out, and I was just like, that's so sad. Because there used to be one here called Stamp Antonio, and then they had another one, and they said the lady that was there was just such a nasty owner. She was real rude to the employees and the customers, and she used to lie about the prices. And they said that she used to go. And I don't know how true this is. Allegedly, right? Allegedly, gave that frog a black eye, a green eye, right? That she would go to Hobby Lobby, which was right down the street from that business, and buy the things and sell it 3 times the price. I'm like, wow, it closed down now. And the other one that was in New Braunfels, I think that's where it was. It's an hour away. She shut down. And you really want to support local businesses, but if you can buy this pencil for 2 cents at the big box store and they're selling for $20, I mean there is definitely a price discrepancy. All right, let's go back to our card. I want to color him a little bit more. Those pencils are not very pigmented. They do the job, but they're not very pigmented. I feel like those pencils need to be sharp to convey what we're trying to convey, which is green right now. I had talked to Chris, I even told Chocolate City Sim this, that I wanted to get a building for parties and stuff, right? It didn't happen. Everybody backed out. It's cheaper to have an online shop for crafts. Yes, you're right, Heather. It is. It's cheaper, not as costly. You got to pay a lot of staff. We're gonna bump this guy up because I want to use these little tape things, and I keep struggling with them. Um, and I had told a few people, and I don't know if people think that I'm not business minded enough, if they think that I'm silly. Because I had told the one person, like, I don't have, Chris said this too, but her, I don't have no money is not the same as the other person saying I don't have no money. But Chris was like, yeah, that sounds good, but I ain't got no money. The other person was like, kind of like they didn't believe in me, kind of. I was like, wow, we're going to pump his little head up a little bit more. I need a dragonfly. All right. So he crook, he leaning. They went to a party. He didn't hop back from the bar. Now he a little bit on the tipsy side. I want to go inside the store though, Heather. I want to go look inside the store. I want to go see what they have. I want to hear about what they have. Now I don't know what the heck this is. Is this supposed to be the buzz from the bug? I don't even think that's necessary. We need a sentiment that says just eat what bugs you. Don't forget to love yourself, dear. Totally. Y'all, what y'all want to try? Um, as catches the fly. Yeah, we're gonna put a bunch of flies around here. I know a lot of stuff bug me. I'm trying to work on that though. Trying to work on that, darling. We also have You Make Me Jump for Joy, Take a Leap of Faith, Unforgettable, I'm Sticking Around, Hanging in There, and Ribbit. You want this card. You always want my cards, ma'am. 225. $2.25. And if I'm gonna deliver it, I'm gonna have to charge you the crazy price that the post office would be charging. Astronomical, outrageous, nonsense prices. All right, so we got a little fly going on right here. We're gonna put a few flies around. Right now, Chocolate City Sim and I play a video game with two other lovely ladies called Grounded. And this fly has triggered me, just so y'all know. It's triggered me so bad. Uh Unforgettable. I'm trying to find the sentiment because we need to put. I don't want to put too many flies on and then have to cover up. Jesse loves you. We'll put it on the inside. I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and put a cloud in here too. So we'll see. It's cute. Reminds me of two friends catching the sun. Exactly. I love those kind of cards. This ink is really good, Samara. Thank you so very very much. It's a lot of flies. They need to get on it. They need to get on this fly catching situation. I need to, maybe the ladies all have work. They all work, and with the time change, it's been hard to actually play offline. So we got our little frogs going on, and try this cloud. I'm gonna try this. I think it's gonna work in my head. It's work in my head. This thing is working out, but I don't know if it's actually gonna work in real life. I don't have my cloud punch at the desk because I didn't think we are gonna do clouds today. So I'm gonna pull out my circle punch and see if we can't make a little oval, not an oval, a shaped, a shape good enough for cloud. I could stencil it, but I don't want to stencil it. All right, so let's see. I think this might work. If not, I'll have to fussy cut it. Shape a cloud. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Let's see. Sound like you need to consolidate your desk. I need to actually go back to my craft room. I have a shoe rack, ones that you can put over your door. I have it mounted on the wall upstairs with all my dies, my punches in. Well, not all of them, but most of the punches in. And I haven't been crafting in a while. Just do another one, right? Then it's gonna look weird. I think this is it. That looks weird to me now. Very weird. We gotta fix it. Just make a dang cloud pluff and get it over with. I think I have a die actually. Do I have a I have a die. Listen, die cutting. Yes, I'm not a big fan of it. Again, I am giving Samara and Heather what they want. They want to see me die cut and complain. Here we go. All right. Okay. Gonna die cut this out real quick. I am so like sleepy. I don't know if I'm sleeping well enough at night to actually say that it's because I didn't go to bed. Um, or waking up. I feel drained, exhausted. I feel like I just need to drink more water. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But the more water I drink, the more I'm in the restroom, which is annoying. At some points, like I gotta use the restroom. I gotta use the restroom. I gotta use the restroom. Look, no, I was gonna say that my die cutting wasn't that bad. My hand cutting of the cloud wasn't that bad, but it's horrible. I'm not gonna even lie. It's horrible. Let's go ahead and fix that. Let's peel this off. Not too bad. Ink this edge up some. It's so funny. I usually leave one random thing at my desk that has nothing to do with anything, and then it turns out that I'm like, oh, I could use that for this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I hope you all have enjoyed the ride of no inspiration, no real thought, rushing to get here on time. And look at what we created. We create this cute little card that Chris is trying to lay claim to already. Just trying to cut this piece out. Okay. Cloud, stop freaking moving. There we go. Thank you so much. But we was on the struggle bus at the beginning. We didn't know what we was gonna do, right? Or it looked like we didn't know what we was gonna do because I couldn't even find the stamps at first. Oh, they was on my desk. Alrighty now. That is much better than my bootleg um hand cut sky. But the water looks good. Come on in. The water's just fine. Um don't pay me any mind. It is time to eat some food. Although I think I want ice cream. So I'll go ahead and discuss next week. I'll be here unless it's a collaboration day. But next week, I'm gonna show y'all what I want to do. I'm gonna work on some wood projects, but I'm not sure if I want to try that series or not, the wood series. That's why you gotta go. This is the problem with me and crafting. I don't never put crap back where it needs to go. Um, I'll clean this up in a minute. I want to talk about this right quick. Um, these wood pieces, I want to use these in some bunnies to create a spring scene. I said that last week, but I don't know if I really want to do that because I have to paint these and let them dry. And I don't know if you always want to see me painting because that's boring, in my opinion. Kind of dull to try to paint all of the stuff. Unless it was a painting channel, it would be different, but it's not a painting channel. It's like a crafty channel. So we could paint maybe one or two to get the effect, but the other ones need to already be painted out just so it's not so stressing. And then I don't know if we want to continue with card making or doing something else because I have a few unfinished projects that we have started together and not finished, like the Wonder Woman journal, all those other things that we haven't done. I haven't finished yet. I want to get those done. And then I have other projects that I've been thinking about doing. So, those are the things that I want to talk to y'all about, discuss with. How would y'all like to proceed? What do you want to see in those regards? You can let me know now if you like or not. While y'all decide that, we're gonna go ahead and open up this little $1.75 kit kind of thing for your birthday. What kind of thing for my birthday? My birthday in April. Did I say birthday? Did I say my birthday? I hope I didn't. If I did, I'm sleepy, tired. We should do some kind of special thing for your birthday. Um, my birthday. Oh, it is next month, ain't it? We can talk about that later. We can talk about that in May. In May. Oh goodness. All right. So this one is not that as interesting as the other ones, and the reason why I said it because normally we have this is sticker and these are stickers. Normally we have like pieces, but as you can tell, I am going to my mermaid and butterfly season. We're going to use this in some. I want to use these in some projects. I just wanted to show you the papers. We won't be getting into this today, but look, the papers are very, very pretty, and we definitely can make a 6x6 book. We can make two 6x6 books out of this. Just fold this over. The thing is, I would probably want to print something on the back of this just so it's not so plain, or glue it down. Like this right here is not important. It's just some lined paper basically. But these are really cool looking. So next week I think we'll start on this. Do like birthday countdown. Oh. Hmm. I don't know if I have a real countdown. It'd be like food and crafts. That'd be 2 days. Let me stop. Crab legs and crafts. And then we had this. All right, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So 10 sheets of paper, some stickers and stuff for $1.75 is a good deal, Samara. It's a good deal. We can use these stickers, definitely a good deal. These alphas, you all know I'm not a big alpha lady, but um, yeah, I'm not into alphas at all. And then we have these. So we'll probably work on this project, or we'll see. Either we'll work on this project together next week, or we'll do this. It's still going to be something butterfly themed unless something crazy happens. Fussy cutting and die cutting. I thought you said things I like. Listen, I am not y'all. Y'all are into that fussy cutting crap for real. I'll do it if I have to, but not really. Anyway, I have had a great time with you all today. I hope that you've enjoyed the nonsense as usual, the fun that I hope that you had. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I'm waiting on this craft fair to show up because I'm getting tired of cleaning my desk myself. But this is what we have created, and we only use one set of stamps, which are from. Let's pretend like we know what we're doing here, Brandy. Come on now, let's get it together. From Stamps of Life, and it's called Frog to Stamp, I believe. Frog to Stamp, and it's a stamp and die set. I only have this first one, but it's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight pieces. I don't know. Anyway, never mind. I won't even. But we created a card that I enjoyed making with you all, and we only used what they gave us, nothing else besides paper. Um, I want to try to use more of my stamping sets. I do plan on doing some destashes here soon. I have a bunch of stamps just sitting in the way upstairs. They're wood stamps. But I have to sort them, and that's the problem as well. So I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you had a great time. I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much for the love and support that you give and continue to give to me. I hope that I can start giving back much more with time coming up soon. So I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.